Hello everyone and welcome to Anna Marie Designs. I am Anna Marie and I am very happy that you are here with me. Today's video tutorial is about maximizing our creations in the form of what we have as a part of another product and turning what we would normally call it a waste into another creation. In this case, it will be a waste from a Christmas cracker, and I will be showing you how to build a diamond flower using the diamond shapes, okay, which the cracker comes with. So if you purchased our Christmas crackers and you haven't started on them yet, please don't throw these away, as you may like what I am about to show you. Okay, so let's begin. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these diamonds from the actual pre-die cut cracker template, if you like. These do come out very easily. There you go. Now, to create one diamond flower, you will need a little bit more than the waste from one cracker. So I've got the extra waste to the side, and obviously you will see how far can you go with just the whole lot from one cracker, and obviously how much more you need from the second cracker that you're obviously receiving in a pack. Right, so what will you need? Now, a scrap bit of card, that's number one. Double-sided tape. I do have a bone folder, and I also have a pair of tweezers. Now, this is it. So far, that's all you need to create white diamond flower. Right, let's begin. So what I am going to do, using this scrap bit of card, I'm just going to cut myself a little square. Okay, we don't have to go for the center, so we're just going to actually cut out a little square from the side. And that's how we begin. One little square. Now, a little bit of double-sided. I have a normal double-sided tape, but you can use the super strong if you like. This is the easy peel double-sided tape, so obviously I will have the gaps in between them. So I will need another strip here. Right, I am also going to apply the double-sided tape the opposite direction. So this is my prep work, and I think I'm going to go with a little strip in the middle as well. One other thing I didn't mention that you will need is just the normal PVA glue. So I'm using the Viva Decor Creative Glue, okay, but any PVA glue will suffice. Right, okay, so I've got my square. Now I have my diamonds, and what I am going to do with all these diamonds, it's actually curve them one direction, and I'm gonna do a little production line. Now, I am obviously doing this using the white form of diamonds, but once you know what you're gonna create, you can actually pre-decorate each diamond as you wish, to your needs, to your color code that you're going to be creating. And it's very easy because obviously we can use a variety of different mixed media. Well, the simplest one probably is an ink pad. So you could spend little time just inking the map. However, I will use an ink pad, but in a sort of quick form towards the end. Oops. There you go. Right, so this is the waste from one cracker, okay? And what you need to do, you just need to start from the center. Start with one piece. And then I'm going to do the opposite. There you go. And then again, the middle. And then the middle again. That way you have a really nice sort of regimented direction which way you're going to go. So very easy so far, right? Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fill these gaps. So again, now I know that I can actually fit in 2 of these. So I can now actually carry on with filling my little corners with the diamonds. There you go. So how easy is that so far? Very easy, right? Okay, so now obviously I'm going to build another layer in the middle. Okay, so for this particular layer, I'm going to slightly trim my diamonds. Now, you don't have to, because you can obviously use the same sizing and obviously have a lot busier diamond flower. But just to show you that you can, obviously I'm just going to trim 2 pieces at a time, just very little off the diamond. And 2 at the same time is obviously speedy. If you can obviously have 3 layers of the diamonds, and that will still speed things up for you. Right. So if I was to go for double-sided tape here, I would be a little bit, that would be a little bit fiddly, okay? So this is why I'm going for my creative glue. And I'm just applying my glue in the center. If you have a brush or anything to spread your glue, you can do that. This is my waste from my tape. Okay. And then with a straight edge of your diamond, we're going to do exactly the same. So I'm going in between my petals, if you like, and I'm going to keep it exactly the same way, symmetrical way as with my first layer. And I am going to the center. This layer is going to be a little bit shorter because, of course, I've trimmed a part of my diamond. And opposite. Right, so you can notice that we have less room in between our petals now, okay? But that's what makes the diamond flower more interesting. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of glue from in between and literally place it here. still want to go to the center. Okay. I'm just going to add a little bit more glue. Just over here. There you go. So out of one cracker, I have 2 diamonds left. That's all. So obviously your flower so far could be busier, okay? If you're going for the same layers as the bottom layer, which I've created, okay? But as you're getting 20 crackers in a pack, you've got loads and loads and loads of these diamonds. So I've taken a little bit more of my second cracker, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. But at this point, I would like my layer to be a little bit shorter still. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 of these diamonds at the same time. And when on my second layer I've trimmed that much, we can trim that much now, okay? So we've got 4 at this point. I'm going to curve them just like the other diamonds. And we're going to use the glue. And again, the same principle. Start with 1 point, close to the center, opposite, okay, I am going to apply a little bit more glue. Here. And a little bit more glue here. Right, so this layer has 4 petals, if we like. Okay, I'm actually going for in-betweens now, because that's where these little ones are going to go. Okay, opposite. Right, so that is my diamond flower. There you go. How easy was that? Extremely easy. But most importantly, okay, this is a waste. I mean, isn't this amazing that we can use a waste to create another amazing creation? Right, so what I want to do a little bit of inking. Okay, but I know that my glue is obviously a little bit wet, okay? So I'm just going to push my glue properly right down, and I'm just going to give a little bit of kick gun. Okay. Right. I know I've got a little blob here and a little blob here, but that doesn't matter. Now, what can we do with this flower now, apart from obviously apart from using it on our creations? Now, I can actually do a little bit of inking in the center, and I'm going to use the two blue ink pads. Okay, this is the Faded Jeans. Okay, and I know that all I want is just, I want a little tint. Okay, so I'm just gonna literally spread it like so, and I've got my tint. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you could do the inking right at the beginning if you wanted to, but as you can see, you could do that at the end as well. Whichever way you find easier and more enjoyable. Now, obviously, if you love glitter, if you love crushed ice crystals, you could actually add more of that beautiful, effective mixed media product to it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as it is at the moment, and we're gonna go forward. Right, so this is my diamond flower. Okay, once again. And now what can you do with this? Okay, so I do have flower stamens that we can actually use for the center. If it's white, obviously you can see how beautifully that looks like. You can obviously have more contrasting one with a black one if you want. Okay, we can actually use a lovely winter snowflake that I've got here in white, and we can pop it here. Okay, and that would be that. Right, we can also have a smaller snowflake if you like, from the snowflake ornament. So, and we do have a pine cone. Okay, so we're just going to decorate it in a moment, but before we decorate it, let me just show you, okay, my previous diamond flower that I actually decorated using the Inca Gold sprays. Okay, so we've got Inca Gold sprays, which afterwards, just like I've just inked it up, you could spray, but obviously you can spray it before as well. Right, so you can see that I've got two ways. My diamond flower is going two ways, because obviously you still have the control to turn it into the direction you want. Yes, we curved it going one way, but if you wanted to, at this stage, you could actually curve it backwards. You can curve one layer, you can curve two layers, entirely up to you. So let's just curve perhaps just half. Okay. Okay. So this is as big now as it gets on this side. So your flower is a lot bigger. So this is also what I said at the beginning, that you could have actually gone with two layers, two busy layers, okay, which exactly the same way like I used at the bottom layer. But just to show you the sizing, okay, this is my white cracker box, and this is the diamond flower which I've just created using these waste from in between. Isn't this amazing? Right, I find things like that absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to turn my blue flower into a winter sort of diamond flower to go for my cracker or anything else. Right. And I'm just going to pop this delicate joy message, one of the dice. And I'm just going to bring this lovely large pine cone into the middle of my joy, because I just love the way O is just literally beautifully exposed for me to actually pop this pine cone in. And that way I will secure my joy. Okay, now obviously this is a winter flower that I'm just creating now, but you can use these diamonds for any flower, everyday flower. Right, so obviously I'm looking at my diamond flower now, and I just think, yes, I think I'm going to actually the back layer curve it backwards. Right, so that's one. Okay, you can see. Right, and now we're just going to we're going to decorate this one slightly differently. So I don't know if you remember our Dotty drops, but I've got this lovely green here, nice green that goes beautifully well with my teal, and I'm just gonna literally place this in between. Okay, oops. There you go. Right, and I'm just going to add this lovely flower stamen in the center. Okay, and then you can just simply add a little gem in the middle as well. Right, okay, so let me just very, very quickly show you what this diamond flower could look like on your project. Right, so normal 7x7 Mont Blanc card. I have these lovely negative frames from Dotty Squares, and you would place them on your card, just in white, okay? And then we could bring different reefs onto a project, but even if my card is as simple as this, where I simply have my diamond flower, my flower sprig, and a delicate message, I think, hopefully, you will agree that this was worth spending the time to create. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it inspiring enough to recreate this fabulous diamond flower. Thank you for all your likes and subscribes, and I see you again soon.